All right, everyone, here we go with the week of April 5th through the 11th. I mean, we're already into April's almost over now. It's already almost the 12th. I love April. It's one of my favorite months. I sometimes call it Avril when I want to seem fancy. Let's cut the deck. Let's see. Oh my God, he speaks French. Nah, not really. Un, deux, trois. I can get about that far. And then I run out of numbers. All right, here we go. My wife's the language person. She can natter on and just about anything. The Fool. I got no aptitude for languages. I'm surprised I speak English. For some people watching, not even sure I do that. The Fool. The Ten of Wands. Everybody's person. You got somebody wants to come towards you, but it's hard. Okay? There's a lot of love here. Queen of Cups and Temperance. I think we're waiting for somebody. Can I just paraphrase this? I think we're waiting for somebody to pull their head out of their ass. I wish I could say that in French. But, I mean, we are. We're waiting for somebody to pull their head out of their ass here. We're going to find, this reading will tell us whether they will or not. Let's see. All right. Let me shuffle the deck. Let's go. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. It's a big reading. So if you got other shit to do, you can pause it. You can watch it on 2x speed. I'm funnier there. I'm like a cartoon character. You'll love it, right? It's great. I edit with Flem the Parrot on 2.5x speed. Usually I've toned it back to that a little bit. He loves it. He thinks it's the funniest thing ever. His eyes dilate. He's like, oh, that's funny. You know, it's like, okay. So I recommend 2x speed. It's wonderful. Anyway. It's a big reading. We split the soulmate cycle into 12 pieces. I'll put the sign names to it, but I'm not your astrologer, and this ain't your fucking horoscope. Okay? Can we be clear about that? I'm just reading energy. About 9 out of the 12 should resonate with you. There's text at the top of the description to explain why there's no timestamps here. It's because I have not had a dumbass attack and forgotten how energy works. All right? Let's see where we go. Good Lord, the things I'd have to, with the way the energy crisscrosses, I showed it to you yesterday in the Friday reading. Holy crap. I mean, my God, it'd be harder to explain to people what they'd need to watch, which links to click than anything else. Good Lord. All right, let's go. Let's do it. This reading is also timeless, guys. I'm not a fucking time lord, okay? Might happen this week. The energy's at least setting up this week. You know what I'm saying? All right, you follow? I hope so, because that's a page of wands. That's communication right there. It's fruitful communication. It's good communication from a guy wearing terracotta slacks and a weird cape. Okay? Well, it makes sense. I mean, from the top up here, he looks a little like Jack White. He wears a lot of those hats, right? But aside from, I don't know. It's weird communication. Can I put it that way? I read the energy how I read it. These cards are just mediums. Weird communication. Okay, we're going to clarify with the witches. Should we look at what's at the bottom randomly? 7 swords, okay. Yeah, that's not surprising. All right, let's do it. Our story begins with Aries, position 1, ends with Pisces, position 12. About 9 out of the 12 should resonate. Doesn't matter what your sign is. Good, we're good. Let's go. Where are we go? Start me somewhere. No, naked baby. Okay, naked baby on a horse. Yeah, it's, what did I say? I said it's weird, right? You find yourself in a surreal, look at this picture, it's fucking surreal. If this naked baby on a horse came up and started talking to you, and maybe the unicorn is talking, right? I can't even tell, is it a horse or a unicorn? I have no idea. I don't care. Maybe it's talking. You find yourself halfway through the conversation with this person going, is this really happening? What is going on? Why is this naked baby talking to me, right? What the hell is happening here? And why does it have Christopher Atkins hair? What is going on? It's weird, all right? It's a weird fucking conversation. Let's clarify. I got to get the first card right or the whole reading is shit. All right, here we go. I mean placement. The whole reading's shit anyway. Let's go. The sun. Why is it here? It's just a weird conversation. It feels a little surreal to you. Tell me about the sun. I got to work fast today. Well, as fast as I want anyway. We got construction people coming, right? We got construction people coming. This time it's not us. This time it's the city. who's going to redo the sidewalk. Why? What? For what? I have no idea. I think they just look for shit to do. I think they just look for ways to make noise on a Saturday. That's what I think. You know? There has not been a Saturday without a chainsaw or some sort of jackhammer in this neighborhood in over 2 years. I point it out all the time. My wife's getting so sick of me pointing it out. She goes, just every Saturday morning now, the first thing she says to me is, there's going to be a chainsaw, okay? All right, just shut up. Okay, got it. 7 swords right there. It feels wrong. It feels off. 7 swords. It feels off to you. This conversation, this communication. It's making you happy, but it feels wrong. And it's sort of like if you were talking to somebody who you were mad at, but while they're talking, you're happy to see them. But you're mad at them, but you're happy to see them. But you're mad at yourself for being happy to see them because you're mad at them. You know what I'm saying? That's this energy, the 7 of swords crossing the sun. All right? I mean, just the way it feels. It's surreal. Is that horse really talking? What's on top? The magician. Why is that here? The emperor. Bridge? Yeah, the 9 of cups. You never imagined in your wildest dreams. I mean, you made the wish, we could say. But again, speaking of weirdness, right? It's a wish thing. I wish, right? A wish come true. It's a little weird, though. I mean, I did wish for this, Steve. I did wish for the rays of the sun and a face on the sun and a naked baby. But I mean, I didn't actually think it would come true. Well, that's sort of what's here. You're not believing it's happening because you never thought it would happen. You have a conversation coming with somebody. The energy's probably just setting up this week for most of you. That you wanted to happen. You kind of wished it would, but you didn't think it actually ever would. Right? Okay. Guess what? Here comes. Taurus. It's weird. I still feel weird. I need to wash that energy. I really do. Taurus, position 2. Slice number 2 of our 12 slice pie. The King of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody's going to try to look like they got their shit together to you. Somebody I don't know if this is your runner. This is somebody you don't want to deal with because you think they don't have their shit together. You think they cause trouble. You think they cause problems. You know? Somebody's going to try to impress you, try to show you that they're good, try to show you that they're a good person, but I think they caused the problem in the first place that they're fixing. Again, as an analogy, they pop your tires in the middle of the night because you're going to call them to come fix it, kind of a thing. So it might be your ex. I don't know. It's less likely a runner, like a pure runner, and more likely an ex or some sort of family member that likes helping you, likes to feel good about helping you, and they haven't needed to in a while, you know. All right, let's go. Here's what it is. It's all a pomp and circumstance. It's all a show, right? 6 of Cups. Somebody's returning. I don't think you wanted to see this person again. I don't think you give a shit. It's all pomp and circumstance. It really is. What's on top? 10 Cups. It's all fake. It's all fairyland. Why is that here? The 2 of Swords. What's the bridge? The Hermit. Yeah, just be the bigger person here. Just be the bigger person. Okay? I mean, I don't know how else to put it. There's multiple ways to look at what this person's doing. Try to find the way. I would suggest you try to find the most philosophical way to look at it, which is often in situations like this where somebody's, let's say, trying to impress you or trying to do something for you, and it's all fluffy nonsense. Try to find the pity in that. Try to find, it's a good way to get philosophical about it, where you suddenly feel a lot of empathy for you sympathize, you get this sort of feeling like, God, this person's so sad, you feel bad for them, kind of a thing. All right, a little bit. All right, let's see. Gemini, position 3. 2 of Pentacles. I wrote down what you got yesterday. I expected a bigger card. I won't lie to you, but I did choose the Rider-Waite today, which is kind of a down the middle, mid-level deck, So because I wanted to mellow things out, because yesterday in the Animal deck, I mean, we're talking about some deep shit. And even when I randomly put the cards away yesterday, I got Judgment, God, Source, the Universe at the bottom. I mean, I'm trying to get away from that. You know, I get it. You're chosen. You're protected. Good. Let's leave it alone, right? I'm shuffling here. Two of Pentacles. Somebody's very frustrated. Somebody's got a big choice to make. It feels to me like a Sophie's choice. Which one lives, which one dies. That kind of a thing. And there's a leave no teeth clause on it. Meaning the other side doesn't just go away. It gets pounded into the ground kind of a thing. Somebody wants them. I'm going to take I don't like guessing, but the way the energy flows, if I'm to apply some of my life experience here, I think somebody's giving your person an ultimatum to get rid of you. Okay? You don't want to hear that. I know, I'm sorry. But I'm not here to blow smoke up your ass. Right? I'm a guy who's about to have a brand new sidewalk in front of his house. So, you know, I mean, it's going to my head a little bit. Shiny new sidewalk. But look, that's just the way the energy flows. I could be wrong. All right? Maybe the person attached to them really wants you in their life. Which, of course, hasn't been coming up in any reading I've done for this particular angle. Two of Pentacles. Why is it here? Fucking hell. Justice. Yeah, it's an ultimatum. It's an ultimatum. Well, it is. Justice can be read that way. You don't get to, I mean, you can appeal a judgment from a judge, but you don't get to stand up in court and go, you know, judgment for the defendant. And go, fuck you, are you sure? Right? I mean, you're going to be held in contempt of court if you do that. You're going to end up in a jail cell. Right? I mean, you know, it's an ultimatum. What's on top? Which is not something you put on your salad, by the way. It's a Knight of Swords. I get it. Why is that here? Judgment. Yeah, I knew a big card had to come out here. All you could do here is hope. Hope. Put hope out there that this person makes the decision with their soul. Basically, if they choose to cut you out, you're the soul connection. You're very important to whoever this is. You're very important to their future, to their life, to their energy. Your two energies mesh well together. You're like a multivitamin for this person. Okay? If this person doesn't make the decision with the soul and they choose to cut you out, listening to the energies that are attached to them, they're going to feel it. They're going to feel a great deal of pain, of loss. It'll probably reflect as a deep loss. Okay? A deep sadness. Right? So maybe they change their mind. It looks like they're leaning toward that deep sadness. I'm just going to tell you. I won't blow smoke up your ass. All right? But I think that deep sadness might turn them around. It's sort of like if you want to feel what that feels like, imagine saying something to somebody that you instantly regret saying because you know it changes your relationship with them completely, that kind of a thing. That's sort of where they're at. I think they can instantly change their mind. I don't think they're telling you to get lost, so I think it's fixable. I think that feeling of loss will tell them I made a bad choice, I need to change my mind and go the other way. Okay? That's what I think will happen. What I think means nothing when judgment comes out. That's God's source, the universe, piccolo gal, aliens in space, whatever itself. All right? Cancer, the hot spot of the connection cycle. Bookends over here. There's something here for everybody. It's an all signs position, an Ace of Cups. I get it. Yeah. Something you thought would never happen is happening. You have a new beginning in love coming with somebody that you never... I mean, I wished for it, Steve, but what? They just show up out of nowhere. And again, it's like surreal talking to the naked baby on the horse and the sun's got rays like somebody painted it and flowers are blooming and it's weird, Steve. It's weird. Never thought this would happen. I know. I hear you. I've had days like that. I've had conversations like that with people. All right. I stood in line at a grocery store once with one of my biggest guitar heroes. I won't say the name. It was fucking surreal because, you know, for me, it was like that person was the reason I picked up a fucking guitar in the first place. You know, I think it was before it burned down. I think it's burned down. It was Howe's Market in Trancas, which was a while ago. I don't know if they rebuilt a supermarket there. I haven't been out to Trancas in a while. I don't know. They may have. I have no idea. Ten of Wands. But anyway, it's along those lines. You know, You imagined what you'd say to the person, but you never really thought it would happen. You certainly didn't think that day, right? I was just popping in. I had a Fuji apple, and I was out for a ride in my car, taking it up the coast. I had a Fuji apple and a Gatorade, I believe. Fruit punch, if I'm not mistaken. They didn't have a lot of flavor selections there. Could be why it burned down. Maybe somebody burned it down for the Gatorade selection. I don't know. 10 Pentacles, and the 10 Wands, and the Ace of Cups. High Priestess. Somebody's hid these feelings for so long that it all comes out at once. It's like emotional diarrhea all over you. Okay? They've hid the feelings. They carpet swept the feelings for so long that so much pressure is built up in the Ace of Cups that it all comes out at once. All right? So again, my story, I kept my cool talking to that person. But most people, or a lot of people, explode when they meet somebody they've always wanted to talk to. You know, they just go crazy. I've seen people do it. I've seen people in line at the store with a celebrity just making a complete ass out of themselves. Oh my God, I loved you. I mean, to a point where they want to call security. You know, I mean, it's a bit of that here. So, you know, the good news is I kept my cool. I was disappointed with the Gatorade selection. Fruit punch is not my favorite. Okay. Just saying, oddly enough, we talked about that, I think, oddly enough. All right, right here. Jesus. Fucking crazy shit that's happened to me in my life. It's fucking mind-blowing. Leo, position 5. Leo soap opera. 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands, 8 of Wands, 8 of Wands. Oh, by the way, the King of Swords is at the bottom over here. That's nice. That's nice. Everything they're saying to you is true. Okay? It's surreal, it's crazy, but it's all true. 8 of Wands. What actions are they going to take towards you? I mean, this person might reach out. I think they might reach out, but they don't know how. They can't find you. I'm looking around. I don't know. I'm shooting in the dark here. Each one of these, and the way the energy is reflecting, each one of these is communication. Each one of these, I'm trying all of your phone numbers. I'm trying your email. I'm driving by your house rather creepily, you know. I don't think they can find you. I think I told you that yesterday. All right. I think it's dark for the moment. The sun will come out. It's a sunny day here on the card. What that implies is it's a sunny day for your person, and they think they should be able to find you. They should be able to see you. They should be able to see what you're up to. You know, sometimes things happen. The 5D manipulates the 3D very easily. If this person visits a social media page of yours, or a blog of yours, or whatever it is you do, a YouTube, or whatever it is, it can be, especially if they're far away from you on a different set of servers in a different country, they just can't access it. It won't load. And they're freaking out. Everybody else in the world can see it, but they can't. You know, that kind of a thing. It happens all the time if they're not supposed to. And I see it here. A higher power is in play. It's the death card. It backs up what I said. They can't find you. Right? It's over. Oh, no. Steve's viewer is gone. No, they're not. They're right there. It's cool. It's a DNS error. Calm the fuck down. They'll fix it. Right? What's on top? King of Cups. Why is that here? King of Swords. And what's the bridge? The 8 of Wands. Look at that. Look at that. Backing up everything I said. Don't know why I'm your second favorite. No idea. 8 Wands on top of 8 Wands. Those are bookends. So yeah, they're trying everything. All right. All of a sudden, when someone, it's a you don't know what you got till it's gone energy. I may have said that to you yesterday. I don't remember. But it is. And what happens is, I've got a lot of truth about how they feel. All of a sudden, they're interested in saying everything to you that they never said before because they can't find you. If you were just there, if they could find you, they wouldn't be. See what I'm saying? It's a jump start. It sort of triggers the whole thing. That kind of a thing. It's like when my car's in the shop, I really want to take a ride up the coast. Right? When I get it back and it's parked out back, I'm less it's there. I go another time. I don't want to waste the gas or risk the accident. You know, it's there. It's amazing how I don't want to take a ride when it's here. But if it's in the shop getting tires or brakes or something like that, oh, yeah. All of a sudden, I need it that day. You know, I mean, it's that kind of thing. except instead of driving a car, it's talking to you about their feelings. All right? So yeah, all of a sudden they're going to be Mr. or Mrs. Open with their feelings. Why? Because they can't find you. The moment they can find you, all of that shuts down, is my point. All of that goes away. It's the death card at the bottom. All right? So it is what it is. Enjoy it. Enjoy that they can't find you. You'll probably pick up on that energy. It'll put you in an astoundingly good mood. It likely will. Strangely enough, if you're part of the Leo soap opera, it will likely put you in a good mood. Especially if you understand the point I was trying to make there. You don't know what you got till it's gone. Except you're coming back. They don't know that though. Virgo, position 6. Times my wild card spot. Certainly was yesterday. I picked this deck so we wouldn't get the hocus pocus. And we get the hocus pocus. Son of a bitch. What is going on here? This is you guys. Your energies are balancing out for some specific reason. Okay? Or, taking a look at that, you're joining a biker gang and that's the logo you're getting it tattooed on. I don't know. That does. I mean, if I was going to start a biker gang, that would be what everybody's tattooed. I mean, honestly, it's phenomenal. I don't know what else to say. It's like Jell-O setting up in the fridge. Right? I talked about bread in the freezer yesterday. How about I give you another food analogy from Steve's food science channel, right? Jell-O setting up in the fridge. You make it, you pour the hot water in, you stir it up, and then you pour the cold water in, give it a quick little spin, and then you stick it in the fridge for a few hours. And it sets up. Your energy this week is starting to set up in the fridge. You know, in the Jell-O's case, we're preparing it so we can have Jell-O. In your case, it's for some other purpose. Your energies are balancing out. I don't know how else to phrase it. 2 cups, why is it here? I got 40 minutes until they start tearing up the sidewalk. All right? I'm very excited. New sidewalk. It's amazing. 3 of Pentacles. It's crossing that. What did I just say? Rewind. You know, I mean, not too far. We don't want to go over here. But what did I just say? You know, this is building on a solid foundation. Your energies are balancing. You're about to become better, stronger, faster. Yep, fucking bionic. That's what you're about to become. All right? Hopefully they give you more than 1 arm, though. Honestly. I still think it would have been funny if they just gave him 2 arms and 1 leg. Right? That would have been... He hops 60 miles an hour along on 1 leg. Fuck it, that would have been funny as fuck. They should have done that. I don't know. Anyway, King of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords. And the 4 of Swords. You're healing other people's bullshit. Your energy's being balanced so you can see where the people around you are going wrong and you can fix it. Okay? That's a simple way to put it. All right? Just like, hey, I don't joke about anything. It's not the energy. I just talked about the Bionic Man where they fucked him up and they only gave him 1 leg instead of 2 legs and 1 arm. If you're going to have just one of something, an arm and an eye are fine. But you need both legs, right? You're fixing it. You're pointing that out. You might want to make the other leg bionic too. You know, it's what you're doing here. But you got to have your head straight, your knowledge straight, your energy straight first, right? All right, that's all. So you're a bowl of Jell-O in the fridge. This is for 80% of you or more. For a few of you, I'm going to say it again. Who the fuck are you? Okay, I got the scary energy here again. There's like 2 or 3. I can't be more than 2 or 3 of you. It can't be more than that. Fuck me. All right. Anyway, I feel like those people that I'm picking up on, with their mind, they could save me a whole day of noise and just fix the sidewalk with their mind. I feel like they could do that. Libra, that's how powerful their energy is. Libra, position 7. Temperance. Did you or did you not have Temperance yesterday? I picked this deck so that we would... I mean, I don't remember which order they went in, but there was some crazy fucking cards here, okay? I know there was a Hierophant here. Fucking hell. I picked this deck so I'd get something mild. Same thing I said over here, okay? I'll clarify it, but I don't want to. Temperance, it's tied to this. Just give me a minute. I won't spend a lot of time on the clarifier. See if there's something else it wants to talk about. Honestly. I don't remember if you had temperance there yesterday. It doesn't matter. One of these three cards was temperance, and one of them was the Hierophant. I don't remember the other one. I don't care. All I know is I thought I'd get milder cards with the Rider-Waite, and no such fucking luck. 8 swords. Why is that here? Bridge. Or what's on top? 9 pentacles, 3 swords, and 3 pentacles. 3 pentacles was crossing over here. It ties everything together. This book, the 3 pentacles bookends the temperance card. Again, something is happening as you're the jello in the fridge. There might be some things that you get fucked up about. You wake up in the night like that. Oh my God. Right? Oh, what? You start overthinking things and all of that. You're being straightened out. You're being straightened out. And I think it's happening behind the scenes. I think it's a hidden energy that's going on around you. All I can say is your energy is evening out, and your job is going to be to help other people pull their shit together. But you need to be the shit first, and you're getting there. You are. You're breaking free of that. Again, I tie you back to a soulmate journey reading, which I now know I did pull, which had a 7 of Swords reversed that flied out of a deck and a 3 of Swords reversed. This is the same kind of thing. Okay? All right. All right. Scorpio. My hot Scorpios, position 8. Queen of Cups. Finally, back to a non-hocus-pocus reading. You're going to get an opportunity. No. Somebody else may try to express gratitude. It feels like gratitude, but it shouldn't, but it does. So I think someone's expression of gratitude towards you is your sign that they're in love with you. Okay? Or they have a lot of love for you. Okay? Whatever it is, I don't know. You know, you're sitting there at your desk at work and your boss brings you flowers. Why? Because you did the spreadsheet on time. That's a bit of overkill, isn't it? Right? I got 5 dozen roses for doing a spreadsheet. It's my job. You know, I mean, I'm exaggerating, but you just got to catch my drift, right? It's excessive gratitude. It's a Queen of Cups, the most love I can pull from the deck, reading like gratitude. So somebody does a little, it's a bit of a much, okay? A bit of a much. You know. Let's see where we go. Queen of Cups. It's crossed by the Ace of Cups. I'm right. Why am I your second favorite? I have no fucking idea. Did I offend people? I offend people all the time because I say stuff they don't want to hear, but I'm trying to help. There's a lot of big shit happening. Some of you are, I'm spot on here. Ace of Cups. You know, you're going to get a sign this week that somebody likes you. It's through gratitude. All right? But it's too much. It's, you know, I wanted to do something nice for you. Here's a gift card to, you know, Macy's or whatever, H&M or whatever store you shop at, you kids are shopping at these days. Right? You know, here's an Amazon gift card. And you're thinking it's like $20 or something. It's like $4,000. You know, it's like, okay, all right. You know, what are you playing at there, buddy? Right? You know, you go hog wild, you know. Temperance. And why is that here? And the sun. Yep. It's everything I said already. All right, it is. Let's move on. That's fine. Good. Just pay attention to gratitude that feels like a bit of a much. It's probably, again, it could be future influence. It could just be setting up this week. Whenever anybody you watch, anybody or an astrologer you read pulls a weekly reading, in most cases, it's the energy setting up that are being pulled on. Okay? So it likely plays out over the course of the next few weeks. All right? Okay. Just saying, I'm trying to help my fellow readers and writers. People go crazy. They go ape shit. It's Thursday, Steve, and it hasn't happened yet. Okay. All right. You know, seriously, you got to understand how this stuff works, or please don't watch. You know, I mean, honestly, I got a new sidewalk going in outside. I got to listen to cutting tools all day. You know, all right, here we go. Position 9, Sagittarius, sometimes separate from the cycle, sometimes part of it, always. Well, I was going to say a pain in my ass. That looks about right. 10 Wands. Somebody's about to drop a burden on you. Okay? Somebody's about to make their problem your problem. I didn't quite know how to read yours yesterday. I wrote it down. It was a Knight of Swords. I read it right. It's just, this is giving me more. Somebody's reaching out. Phone call, text, whatever. I got blue, I got throat chakra here. And they're dumping their problem on you. Okay? I don't know. Let's find out. Why is the Ten of Wands here? And don't give me a fucking Ten of Wands. Do not do that. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the fickle old guy universe. Queen of Pentacles. They think you can handle it. You're there. I mean, I could read it 100 different ways. You're the problem solver. Oh, Steve's viewer can take care of anything. This is your energy attached to this. Doesn't matter. It's my reading, and your reflecting is this. You often reflect as Queen of Pentacles or Empress in my readings for a reason. The DFs have a very practical purpose in this soulmate cycle, right? You're the problem solver, right? I mean, it is what it is. Okay. But it feels more like somebody's dumping their problem on you because you're there, because they can, and they know they can. All right? I don't know. What's up? What's on top here? 8 swords. Yeah. They can't handle it themselves. You probably can. Why is that here? 3 of Cups. Yeah. They can't handle it themselves. You probably can. It's as simple as that. It really is. I don't need to overcomplicate it. I can't pinpoint it for thousands of people, but it's for a good number of you. It's not surprising. The DMs are gotten themselves in a lot of messes that they can't get out of. All kinds of messes that are going to have to be cleaned up. And the DMs, the funny thing about the DMs is once you clean up their mess, they then turn around and blame you for making it in the first place. So keep that in mind when you're cleaning up this person's mess. That applies in the world or in the soulmate cycle. It doesn't matter. It's a pattern that repeats over and over and over again. You know, going to clean up this mess, and then you end up getting blamed for the mess that you didn't make that you cleaned up. You know, it is what it is. So you're going to fix this person's problem because you're the good queen, right? And later it will fall on your head. Okay? Later you will say the phrase, I promise you, you will at some point. No good deed goes unpunished. Remember that. Okay? It doesn't mean you don't do good deeds, but it's always good to remember that. It gives you a nice eye roll moment. I love the eye roll moments in life, you know? All right, saw that coming. All right, Capricorn, position 10. Somebody had a boner in sweatpants over you, I believe I called it the other day, right? Yeah, don't wear the sweatpants to work if you're hot for the secretary. I'm telling you. Even with underwear, those things poke out. I know, I live in them. It's the Fool. Sweatpants, not secretaries. I don't live in secretaries. The Fool. Somebody's going to take a chance. Somebody's going to take a leap of faith. Somebody's going to ask you out. Somebody's going to come towards you. Somebody's going to do something. All right. The energy is setting up for somebody to, you know what? I don't even care if Steve's viewer says no. I'm just going to say how I feel. Okay. Fine. It's not as crazy town as what's happening over here, but they could be similar. They could be. All right. I'll bet. I don't think there's as much gratitude attached to it here. I think somebody's just, it's a risk. You're risky, but they're going to take a chance. Right? I got ABBA in my head. Everybody loves ABBA. Right? Take a chance, take a chance, take a chance. Right? That song. Come on now. Everybody. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Hey, the AI can't hear you singing it. So you won't have to pay ABBA. There you go. If I do it, if I do more than 10 seconds of it, ABBA going to get some cash from Steve's Love Tarot. The Fool, why is it here? That's all right. Maybe I'd get to hear from ABBA. King of Wands, crossing the Fool. It's the Muppet Show theme. It's ringing in my head. I don't know why. We went from ABBA to the Muppet Show theme. Right? It's time to put on makeup. It's time to dress up right. Right? That kind of a thing. It's right here. It feels a little, it ties to this over here. It feels a little surreal to you. It's almost like that person, how can I describe it? Please just catch my drift. This isn't what's happening, but it's an easy way to describe it. My wife watches all these Asian shows and things like that because she likes to keep up on the language skills and stuff. And especially in the Chinese ones, some of these girls, they're like 39, 40, but you look at them and I'm not even sure she's an adult. It would be weird to bang this chick because it's like she looked like she's like 12. You know, that kind of a thing, even though she's a grown-up. It's that kind of surreal sort of thing here. You know that this person at work, for example, is a grown-up, but it feels like a child saying to you, asking you out or confessing to you, like I said the other day. It just feels like that. It's like I think it would feel wrong on some level. It'd be like, I don't know, something about this feels weird. It's just the way it is. Something about this person confessing to you feels weird. Knight of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. Again, it happens so fast you recoil back. You're not. It's the world. It changes the dynamic between you and somebody. Somebody's probably going to confess to you, and it feels weird. It might be something new for you to try. I would say yes if I were you, even if you are a little creeped out. Position 11, Aquarius. They are cute as fuck, though. The Devil. Almost like what I was talking about here. The Devil. Sometimes my wild card spot, sometimes you guys show up here. This is... You might get to thinking that all this protection that Steve's been talking about is from the underworld, not the overworld, if you catch my drift, right? It might seem like, I don't know, is Steve sure this is angel energy? Let me be very clear, first off, Steve is sure that it's angel energy, okay? Regardless of the position, I've gotten the angel twice. I am sure it is angel energy, but I could dig how that you're being saved for something, you're being preserved for something, might feel like it's run more by this guy. It can. Angels can come across that way. In fact, they often do. The devil usually comes across as an angel, not the other way around. Okay, let's be very clear about that. You know, anybody in your life trying to sell you something or whatever tells you they're your savior, they're the one who can help you. I mean, that's what cult leaders are made of. That's devil energy. You know, they're coming across. It's the devil trying to be an angel. They're very bad at it, but people fall for it all the time. Don't be confused. Okay, I'm right. Look, I don't know why I'm your second favorite. I'm trying to help you. Okay, 7 Cups, confusion. You're a little bit confused. What's on top? Fuck it. The Queen of Swords. Why is that here? And the King of Wands. The devil's really good at hiding themselves. They're not real good at playing the angel. Anyway, Pisces, I don't know how else to explain it. It's important because people in this world get this mixed up all the time, these two. That's why they get swindled. That's why we got shows like Dateline in 2020. You know, people get it wrong. They think, oh, yeah, I know that. Right? No, you don't. Most people don't. They get it backwards. They really do. All right. Position 12, Pisces. Always red with 1 and 5. 5 of Swords. You got a bittersweet victory coming this week on something, in some capacity. Okay? You might feel like you cheated to get it. I don't know. You might feel like you cheated to get it. It could be something small. You're at the grocery store, right? You really like this one kind of Pop-Tart. They got 1 box left. It's always sold out. You saw somebody hide it behind other boxes and they were going to come back for it later. But you saw that, so after they went away, you reach in and grab it and put it in your cart, right? It's a victory, but you feel like you cheated, kind of a thing. You didn't. Hey, it's fair play, you know. That person was the one being sneaky. Now again, you don't get the devil and the angel mixed up. That person was the one being sneaky. They hid it. Right? They hid it for themselves. That was the energy around them, binary energy, our universe. 0s and 1s, good, bad, yes, no, right? Evil, good. I mean, devil, angel. Our gray areas are put there by our brain. You might assume, well, I cheated, Steve. I waited till they left and then I grabbed it, but they had tucked it aside for themselves. The energy around them reads that as selfish. It reads it as negative. You probably saved them from getting some bad karma. You know? You probably did. Because I highly doubt, it is possible that 1 box of Pop-Tarts, they set it aside for some hungry children somewhere who can't, for some reason, eat any other flavor but that one. Come on. All right? You know, I get where some of you might be going with that. Well, maybe it was for a good cause, Steve. Yeah, that hungry child that can only eat that flavor. Okay, then you're going to get some bad karma. I don't have any bad karma coming your way. I have you feeling guilty, and my job to tell you not to. Okay? So it is what it is here. Why is the Five of Swords here? Jesus. People will nitpick shit like crazy. I get it. I know how energy works. But I highly doubt that those kids, if they are feeding hungry children, which I'm sure they're fucking not, they're feeding their own fat ass, I am absolutely certain that those hungry children can eat other flavors, right? And I say fat ass with love because I lived on Pop-Tarts for a while and my butt was getting a little plumpy, if you will. There's the Four of Cups right there. So I'm not being a hypocrite. I was one of them for a little bit. I'm back to good ass now. I'm good. Anyway, it's nice. Vegetables, all kinds of things. Oh, it's wonderful. It is the Four of Cups. Yeah, again, you feel empty. You feel guilty. You feel bad. You feel... It's a hollow victory, Steve. It is what it is. What's on top? Two of Wands. You're fine. Move on. Why is that here? You're fine. Move on. Okay? I don't want to spend any more time on it. You're fine. Move on. All right? Trust me. When they reach back in there and it's not there, they'll just grab some other flavor. Or you may get good karma because you just saved that person. Right? You saved their life. You know the chemicals that are in those fucking things? I'll tell you what. All right, let's go. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to... Well, I'll use the original deck. Why not? Let's see. Let's see where we go. We don't usually use the original deck, but I started shuffling it, so why not? Right? 3 cards and a bottom card. Let's have the universe add all this up. Let's have the universe. Let's move that up there so you can see the Four of Cups. You can see how upset you are. Steve, I feel bad. I feel bad, Steve. Shut up and eat your Pop-Tarts. Okay? Chill the fuck out. You're fine. Calm down. Don't be so sensitive. Right? It is a watery area of the cycle. You know, it's a little wet over there. It's fine. The kids can just have strawberry. All right? It's cool. It's the most boring flavor, but the kids can have it. It's Queen of Swords at the bottom. Queen of Swords right here in the reading. I was thinking I won't get any of the base cards that'll return, but I might get some of the clarifiers, and sure enough, I do. So one of the most important messages I gave, I harped on for a while. Be careful about this. You're being helped by an angel energy. It is very, very abundantly clear. Emperor, Death card, and the Six of Cups. Wow, very interesting. Underneath that is a Page of Swords. You have a new soulmate. This is a separate message. I'm having the universe add all this up. Yesterday it got fluffy in its final 3 cards. It's getting fluffy again. You've got a new DM coming in. A new Emperor coming in. And they're better than the old one. So in a way, you're being made better so that you're on this energy's level. I don't know. A good number of you this week sets up the energy for a brand new soul recognition. Okay? I would, if you're one of the ones and you're feeling that protection, like things start going your way, it's like, my God, I must be the luckiest person on earth. My God, it's not that, right? Just let it flow. Just relax, okay? Your ego will try to tell you, what's going on here because, it is what it is. But this King of Wands, this frequency of King of Wands doesn't like it when someone's vibration gets raised. When this energy's around you, it tries to keep your vibration where it is. So that's what's happening here. Okay, that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. I've done my best. Good luck.